Hey everybody, welcome back. Thanks for joining me. We're going to tie Greenwell's Glory. We're going to do it Bergman style. Of course, I don't tie this fast. I don't want to bore you, so I've sped this up. The basic pattern and recipe for Bergman is olive floss body, gold tinsel tip, gold tinsel ribbing, dark furnace hackle for the beard, and dark slate for the wing. This is a very old pattern from Canon William Greenwell in Durham, UK, and some of the stuff I researched has a date around 1854. There's, of course, been a ton of variations, of which this Bergman recipe / pattern, whatever you want to call it, variation is one, probably one of the more modern ones. There's a dry fly version and so forth. I'm going to actually do a little bit of a Greenwell series here in videos. This is the first one being the Bergman one, because I've been doing some Bergmans as of late. The hook I'm using is size 10, so a little bit smaller than maybe what you've seen before. And I'm using white 6.0 just to not change the color of the floss and to build up the taper of the body, cover a little more ground a little faster. So I tied in the tinsel, did the tinsel tip, tied in the tinsel again, and now I'm creating a little bit of taper for the body, checking it every now and then, trying to keep the thread flat. I'm actually using silk instead of rayon here. It's olive color. Tim Flagler, Tight Lines Productions, just had an Orvis tying tip where he showed flossing the body and leaving your thread dangling there. And he does that a lot for a lot of things, peacock curl, pheasant tail, stuff like that. And I don't know, I never connected the two and then saw it and decided to try it. And I got to tell you, it's much, much easier. So I kind of like that. So lay the floss down the body, cutting it off, tying it up in the front. The head of this fly has a lot going on, so I switched to a much thinner thread. I think this is 12-aught black Vivas. I'm gonna hope for five turns here with the gold tinsel, and get it up to the top and spread it out. And for the hackle here, I have dark furnace. For those of you that don't know, furnace basically, near the stem of the hen feather, it's going to be a very dark black color, and then the tips or the edges of each of the fibers is another color. In the case of dark furnace, it's like a dark brown, reddish kind of color. Here I'm using one that is, badger is also a term here. Usually the tips are a little bit lighter. So this is kind of yellow tipped, yellow straw, golden, ginger, any one of those kind of colors you want to call it. So it's dark black in the middle and that straw color on the edge. And that was the color that Mr. Greenwell referred to. So I'm deviating from Bergman ever so slightly, but kind of keeping in with the tradition. There, I don't know. I think the lighter colored tips look a little bit better. The straw color works nice with the olive and the gold. And then so these are duck quills, and in a slate color, dark slate. Right and left, cut your slips, line them up, tie them in, and that's basically the Bergman pattern there. And I'm going to go back and try and tie, with actual silks, something more like the original pattern. Mary Orvis Marbury, her book, Histories of Famous Flies, The Greenwell's glory, of course, comes up in as American anglers using it and referencing it. The plate that shows the picture of it almost looks like it's turkey quill as the wing, but it does show the legs or hackle on the outside, and looks more like wire rib. And going back before Bergman, it seems like it was more gold wire as the rib, for those that did that. So just finishing up here, give you a 360. But anyway, back to what I was saying. I did sort of a riff here, Bergman style, but with the hackle on the outside. I think that looks pretty cool too, and the wire rib. Thanks.